What's up everyone, Toy Bro back again, and we're going to take a look at another Masters of the Universe Classics figure. We're going back to the Club Filmation line, and we're going to take a look at Shokoti here. So she appeared in, I think, just one episode of the TV series. She appeared in House of Shokoti Part 2. She wasn't actually in the first episode, not fully anyway. I think you see like a visage of her face maybe. Pretty basic figure, not a great deal to talk about, honestly. She has no real accessories, and, you know, what you see is what you get here. So let's take a closer look. We'll do articulation first, and then paint, sculpt, all that good stuff. So the head can swivel, doesn't have a great deal of up and down motion because of just the hair. And when you move the head side to side, you're also going to inevitably move the cape. It's a free-floating piece, but her hair drags on it. So arms can go out and up and all around. She does have bicep swivel. She got single joint at the elbow, and then there's that rotation at the wrist. Now, a little bit of difference from some of the older female characters is that she has a waist twist. So that's something. Legs go pretty much all the way out. They go pretty far forward. And then we've got a decent bit back as well, but I can guarantee you're not going to be putting her in any action poses. There is a swivel at that thigh cut, single joint at the knee. There is a shin or boot cut, and then she has a hinge and a rocker, one of those kind of what I call the ugly style rockers at the ankles, but they're hidden pretty well on her because they're black. Now, as far as the sculpt goes, I think it's a pretty good representation of this character. It's not 100% Filmation, but it's also very much a Filmation look. I wouldn't put it, she doesn't look 100% just like the cartoon, but she is very close and also has, you know, a little bit more detail, a bit more classicized look to her, so to speak. I think it's pretty good. Face sculpt's nice. She's got the sculpted belt on there, which is really nice. And her headdress is very cool. And I like the hairstyle. It's good. Not a great deal to talk about. But yeah, she's very similar to Adora, honestly. The boots are very similar, and then just in general, there's a lot that I think is very similar to Adora. The one difference here is and I actually use Adora for this, is the little skirt piece, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call this piece on the female characters. Shokoti's is different. It's more angled. It's not as round. It doesn't look like, like a diaper, so to speak. It looks more kind of skirty. Skirty? That's not a word. Skirty. And it looks good. I think it's pretty decent for what it's trying to do, and I like the look of it. As far as the paint goes, there's a decent bit, and where it is applied, it's very well. I don't have any issues, no real paint splotches. I think where it really comes down is that head. You've got the gold paint on the headdress, which wraps around her face, and then, of course, those dark, kind of lifeless eyes, and then the red lipstick and the black eyebrows. So, pretty good. Not a whole lot to talk about, like I said. She does have a cape. It does not hit the floor, so that's good. It's just kind of a bendy piece of plastic. Nothing too crazy there. So yeah, that's about it. Now, like I said, you're not going to be putting her in any kind of action poses. Pretty much the only way I display this character is with her arms folded behind her back, because like I said, she does not have any accessories. And I mean, there's really not much to give her. You can knock her down, but there's not really anything to give her. You know, maybe give her some Marvel Legends style effects pieces, like the bubble effects that every other character seems to come with. But for the most part, this is how I keep her positioned. And honestly, I think she looks pretty cool this way. She looks very menacing, because she's from a pretty dark storyline in the He-Man show. So, well, as dark as it can be anyway. And I think she looks pretty good. She's very menacing, very imposing. I like the color scheme. She does come with one accessory. It's not a gun or a sword or anything. She comes with her monster. So in the storyline, she's got these guys, and you know, it's just a little tentacle guy. He's got what, 1, 2, 3 mouths on him and a bunch of tentacles, and he can stand up just fine, kind of sitting on those tendrils. And he's got that one eye. It's kind of nice, actually. He's got paint on those lips, and then the teeth, and then the eye, obviously. But for the rest, it's just molded in kind of this olive green kind of plastic. But it looks really cool. I think it's, for a character that doesn't have anything in terms of accessories, having this guy kind of sweetens the deal a bit. So yeah, she's not, the end-all be-all of Motu Classics, but for a character that really doesn't come with a lot of stuff, she's pretty cool. Pair her up with your Lord Mask figure, and you got a nice little set going. I think that she is kind of a necessary character because she comes from one of the cooler stories in the show. So I'm happy to have her. But again, it's just kind of a bland figure that happens to also look cool. So get her posed with her arms behind her back and have her standing with her monster and Lord Mask and have her looking imposing on your shelf, and you'll have a nice little setup going, despite the fact that she doesn't really come with a lot of stuff. So that is going to do it for this quick little look at Shokoti from Masters of the Universe Classics. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time.